Hello everybody. I just wanted to come on here and make a short video just to clarify a couple of things. So I've shared since I got out of the hospital, just little facts here and there about my story, but I think there's some things I needed to clarify. I've had so many of you guys reach out to me and it means so much to me. I just want everyone to know, like, truly how much it means. Like, the people that have reached out, the people that have commented and sent love and prayers, like, it's so appreciated. A couple things I wanted to clarify. So essentially, I was not abusing drugs by any means when I admitted myself to the hospital. That's not why I admitted myself. I had been taking a medication as prescribed for about 7 or 8 years. I actually started taking it for panic attacks when I was like 17, but I was given, that doctor, the first doctor I had, gave me a very, very low dose, like 0.5 milligrams of alprazolam, aka Xanax. And I went years later and saw a new psychiatrist who essentially was prescribing a heck of a lot more than that. And I, being young and dumb, was like, cool, more, more calm meds, more, and the person in the white coat gives it to you. You don't ask questions. You just assume that everything's going to be fine. So essentially, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm like, not an addict, because I actually am a recovering alcoholic. I gave up alcohol 1 year ago, November 3rd. So I have been sober from alcohol for over a year now. And at the beginning of this year, after stopping alcohol, I decided I really wanted to be medication free. I really wanted to be I wanted to see who Ashley was without all these medications. I'd come off of everything except for Xanax. And that's what I'm essentially trying to make my channel and raise awareness about, is the fact that Xanax is so intense of a medication that just because it's prescribed by a doctor does not mean it can't cause you harm. I was in a detox unit with other addicts, and again, not sitting here saying I'm not an addict, because I was a very, very intense alcoholic, trust me. But in this particular situation, I was not abusing my medications. I was taking them as prescribed and weaning off of them slowly. Essentially, what happened was, I guess my body just was detoxing it too fast. So I started at the beginning of this year. I was on 4 milligrams, cut down to 2.25 over the course of the year. It was very, very hard. And at first, the symptoms I would have would just be, heightened anxiety, things like that. And then, like, towards the middle of the taper, when I got to 2.25, which was close to halfway, I started having all kinds of crazy symptoms. My blood sugar not regulating properly, gut issues, can't tolerate certain foods that I'm normally able to tolerate, just a whole host of ridiculous symptoms that I did not expect. And it finally got to the point before I admitted myself to the hospital where it was like my nervous system had been in a constant state of fight or flight this went on for like 5 days. I didn't sleep, I couldn't eat, and you pretty much look like someone who's coming off of a very serious drug, even though it was something I was taking as prescribed. And the crazy thing is, there was people in my detox unit who were coming off of hard street drugs that were doing better before I was. That's the message I'm trying to get out, is that just because it was prescribed by a doctor, make sure you're doing your own research, make sure you're getting informed consent, make sure that you know what you're taking and if it's safe to take long term, all of those things. There's plenty of medications that have been wonderful for people and that have really, really helped people. And I'm not against that whatsoever. I'm just trying to raise awareness about certain dangers, about certain medications that are overprescribed, and for one example, as most people I'm sure have by now either watched Dope Sick or Painkiller on Hulu or Netflix, which is about the opioid crisis due to one family, the Sackler family, wanting to make a lot of money and knowing that there was people being injured off of their medications, but it took hell in a handbasket to bring them down. And I'm not sitting here saying that I'm going to be able to do anything like that, but I do want to raise awareness about benzodiazepines and what they do long term in your body and the hell it can be to come off of them. I'm telling you, I was sicker than some of the people coming off the streets. And the detox unit I was in was absolutely amazing. The doctor was amazing, the nurses were amazing. I made so many friends. Like, it was amazing. It was honestly an incredible experience. And like I said, even though I wasn't there because I was abusing anything, I'm an ex-alcoholic, so I get the addiction part, and I made so many friends, and there were so many people, because people understood what I was going through, and there were so many people that were coming up to me like, "Are you okay? Is there anything I can do? Can I bring you some water? Can I?" And it was just amazing, like the love and support I received. So if you were on Unit 1 with me, much love to you. I miss you guys. That was like, we had so much fun once I started feeling better. We had so much fun one weekend. We marathoned the Hunger Games. This is the only thing that we had on our TV. But I just want to share my story and let everyone know the dangers of, just taking a medication without understanding the risks involved. I wanted to know who I was without medicine. I didn't want to be medicated anymore. And I could have come off of it with no problems if it weren't for the fact that Xanax in particular, all benzodiazepines, but Xanax in particular, first of all, this is a fact. It's not meant to be prescribed long term, first of all. Second of all, it rewires your brain and nervous system in such a way that that's why my blood sugar wasn't regulating properly. There's GABA. So Xanax essentially is a GABA supplement. Your body makes glutamate, that's like the AMP hormone, and it makes GABA, which is like the calming one. And when you have been supplementing GABA for so long in such a potent form, your body, when you just stop taking it or cut it back, it's making all this glutamate, which amps you up, but it doesn't have, it can't regulate the GABA properly, and it goes into a freak out. That's why people have seizures, and that's why some people literally die trying to come off these medications if they do it cold turkey. If you are taking something like this, do not try to come off of it cold turkey. It could be your life. Don't do that. So I'll be sharing more and more as, God puts it on my heart to share my story with people online and to raise awareness and to let you know what helped me, let you know what got me through. I am in many different chat rooms and recovery Facebook pages of people who are coming off of these medications, and they are suffering greatly, especially the ones who are 60 and older. Once your body gets to be a certain age, your nervous system and your brain have a much harder time readjusting and refixing itself, and these people are so sick, a lot of them can hardly even get out of the bed. So I just want people to know, be careful. Don't just trust any doctor. I mean, the world is not the same place anymore. And a lot of people are money hungry, and they're not necessarily out for your best interests. So just keep that in mind. And so I just wanted to clarify those things. And again, I'm sharing my story. I'm starting a YouTube channel, and if you want to subscribe to that, I would be much obliged. Every single subscription helps. So so I will be posting more in the days to come. Hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving.